Yes, the boys are back. Why are we back? We're here to talk boxing.
Oh my God. You
We're
see
here
what he
to.
did?
What
Go
did
to
he
the
do?
YouTube for that one.
Go to
What did
YouTube
he
for that.
do? I
It was
missed it,
you missed
Brendo.
it. It was PG-13 rated.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
fucking Brendo stuffing his fucking face. Billy's misbehaving. We're back. This is the Canelo Bud Crawford episode of Knock 'Em Out the Box,
I wish I
episode
never saw that.
165. Billy's got a birthday beer. Brendan does too. Brendan's eating on air.
Eating on air.
Mm-hmm.
So unprofessional. What a fucking piece of shit I am.
Well, you are. We're also here to discuss Naoya Inoue, Morajan Akhmadaliev, even
Mm,
though at this moment we can't fucking
can't
figure
see it.
out where we're gonna watch it because this fucking Aram takes Top Rank, leaves ESPN without having things into place for
This is orphan status.
correct, correct.
Um,
Up the on our list, the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world can't be seen in the US in what is arguably his biggest fight.
right. Like you and I were talking today, and you were like, I had said something. I said, no TV contract, no Top Rank. We don't
Yeah.
see it. And you're like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, they don't have a fucking place to put these motherfuckers. And I don't think anybody in America is super excited because Inoue doesn't do great here.
Right.
So I don't think anyone was raising their hand stateside, like, oh,
No, there were
you
people
you
like
have a
us
card
cutting.
starting at midnight our
Right,
time
right,
from where?
right,
You want us to how?
right.
So
The IG Arena in Nagoya, Japan. We do, there's
yeah,
real
we're gonna just
hardcore
send it.
boxing heads cutting promos on Twitter, which there's
Yeah.
a loud majority, as I call them in my line of business. The people that talk shit to me is just a loud minority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They sound like, I think I said majority. I misspoke. Um, so we spoke about this months ago. The plan was for it to be almost like Super Bowl week, where the whole week was going to be things and fights and da, 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 and all of that. Well, they realized what kind of undertaking that was and calmed it down. But there is a card connected to this. Um, Thursday on the Zone, Fountain Blue in Las Vegas. That's a good venue too.
Bleh.
Yes. Anthony Olescagua, 9-1, 6 KOs. His one loss is to Kenshiro Teraji. Came back 2 fights later to win the WBO flyweight title versus Juan Carlos Camacho Jr., 19-1, 8 KOs. Olescagua is good. That's a good fight. Um, I'm interested in that. I love Thursday night fights and Friday night fights, as you guys know. B, what do you like going on there? Olescagua pulls that one off.
No.
Camacho upsets him.
Camacho upsets him, yeah.
Wow.
I got Camacho in upset special.
Is there a line there, Billy?
William, that's there. You're not gonna find anything on that.
I don't see a line, no.
Hmm.
Hmm. You know
Um,
who Camacho Jr.'s been training with, right?
no.
Oscar Collazo. That's why I'm picking him.
That gym,
A little mojo, right?
I mean,
Get a little mojo from Collazo.
yeah, that and what's his name trains with them too. Um Yankiel.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Although that fucking guy's last fight
I'm not gonna blame him.
was maybe the worst fight I ever saw in my life.
Wow.
Yeah,
Heard.
maybe not the worst.
I mean, that seems to be a bit.
Yeah.
Um,
So
let me see here if I can find a line. I
white
have
lines
some phenomenon. Something.
flowing through my mind.
So the default here on this particular page is to just call it 50-50. You know what I mean? Like it's not, but that's the default to do that. So that's not right. Um, this is on the zone, guys. This card. I know you might think because it's affiliated that
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I like Anthony Alascagua in
All
this one.
right, we're split.
We're split. Sunday, guys. We're doing this in reverse because you're talking about the fight of the decade here. Sunday, IG Arena, Nagoya, Japan. Good undercard too that we might not see. Yoshiki Takei, 11-0, 9 knockouts versus Christian Medina Jimenez, 25-4,
It's a really good
18
fight.
KOs. Yeah. One of those losses is to Ryosuke Nishida. It was really good. This is for the WBO bantamweight title.
Man,
I like Takei and a cracker.
yeah,
A close, good, tough fight.
he's,
115,
he's only got 11
113.
fights, that guy.
I know, I know, I know. He's
But
good.
he's good though, and I like it, and I'm picking him.
I think it's a good, close fight. One of those fights where you could say, "Yo," not in terms of scope, but that might be one of the best fights of the weekend. You know,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
the main event, Naoya, the monster Inoue, 30-0, 27 KOs versus Morjan Akhmadaliev, 14-1, 11 KOs. This is for undisputed. It's super bantam. Billy, what do you got? Inoue
William,
Akhmadaliev.
Having trouble finding rounds this early in the week, but Inoue minus 1,000.
10-1 is
10
no
to 1.
respect from
That's no respect for
MJ.
MJ,
No, and you have an Inoue that has come up in weight to where,
right?
look, this is how I see things. I've been watching for this
I
fight.
have the feeling.
Somebody watching me. Imagine nepotism is so illmatic that Mike sings and writes your hook.
And right, yeah.
Like that's a
And you're
level of,
and you're Barry Gordy's kid, right?
yeah, yeah. Has there
Yeah.
ever been a level of nepotism on display than Rockwell? Um,
Maybe the funniest. Remember, what was the show on VH1 where they would talk about
Behind the
like,
music.
no, not behind the music, but remember it was like I love the 80s or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I love
There
the
was a
'90s, and I
yeah, there's a
love yeah.
female comedian. I was it like Lonely Love or some shit. Ain't nobody trying to watch you, Rockwell. And when
With that, he had that bad. There was a lot of grease in that
a lot
fucking
of shag
nose.
and that a lot of grease in
Yeah,
that shag.
yeah. It
And
looked
when
like
like I that always every time that song comes on now,
you
like
hear that in your brain.
I hear her saying, "Ain't nobody trying to watch you, Rockwell," and that shit fucking cracked me up when I saw
I
it
mean,
the
she's
first
not
time.
wrong.
No, that shit was
She's
mad
not
funny.
wrong. Nobody was trying to watch Rockwell.
No,
Maybe Barry.
maybe
I kind
Mike.
of did like with both of these fights. I was like, what? My analysis slash like keys to victory type things. And with both of them, with this, it's like Inoue is our number two, right? On our
Oh
pound for
man,
pound list.
MJ is good.
10 to
10 to
1, Billy.
1 is
You gotta do a real froggy Billy bet. This dude's good, man. Look, I have some points, B. Just
uh-huh.
just just
Hmm.
the way we can do this is just like respond to what I'm bringing up because we already have spoke ad nauseum for 5 years of this show how good Inoue is, and he's number two on our pound for pound list.
Right.
Only behind Usyk. This guy that's 10 to 1 is a former unified champ, southpaw, and can pop, and you're 10 to 1. And
Naturally bigger
Inoue,
guy, right?
Inoue has shown some vulnerability at 22. He's been
Correct.
dropped twice in his last 4 fights at 22. Again, this is devil's advocate stuff. This guy's number two on our pound for pound, and MJ isn't on our pound for pound, but we both really like MJ, B and I. We've been waiting for this fight.
I've been waiting to see
For
that little hat.
Yeah, B loves the little hat that he wears. Look, I said before, southpaw. MJ can create awkward angles, B, that orthodox fighters like Inoue struggle with. Throw off the rhythm, force mistakes. He needs to use his footwork to circle left, counter when Inoue overextends. He can do this. Went back to when I spoke about
And
Osles
get
Iglesias
square.
and get square. So when he overextends and squares up on the hooks or combos, you got to be there. Attack the body.
Just gonna say,
Inoue does not love body shots.
blast him with that left hand in the body.
Yes,
Dig in his body.
he winced from them in the Cardenas fight. He winced. He did not like it. He didn't go down, but he did not like it. This again, when I talked about Iglesias, Inoue gets careless when he dominates. He drops his hands or loads up big with those shots, which has to do with the overextending. catch him in transitions. That's what this is what MJ has to do. He's got to avoid the pocket, Brendan. He's fucking getting packed up if he stands in that
If
pocket.
he stands in that pocket and tries to bang with this
No,
dude, no
stay
puff.
mobile. Use lateral movement. Circle out of range. Boop, boop, boop. Get out. Don't plant your feet. Do not. At no point can his little hat wearing ass.
No, and stay the fuck away from Inoue's right hand. That straight right
That's a
hand.
fucking killer. What?
Right.
So, unfortunately,
And again, what's the killer for a southpaw?
what's the southpaw killer, Brendan?
Is a really good right hand.
Yeah, and Inoue has one.
Right.
Um,
So if Inoue will have to stand square to land that shot really good, right? He stands square anyway. Okay.
yeah.
He's gonna try to be getting that. He's gonna try to get that off. If I'm MJ, what I do is I do exactly what you said. I go, well, you do risk a little bit.
I know. See, you
Trying to go to the body, you're gonna
then
leave
they're
yourself-
leaving up top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um.
That's the problem with my, as who, guys in the past, whether it was whoever did the Keys to Victory on HBO. It's like, well, you need to do this, but then what's coming back at you
Right.
if you do this thing?
Correct. For every punch, there's a counter punch.
For every action there's a reaction. For every
Mhm.
punch there's a counter for that punch. No matter who you are in the world, there's
Right.
something. I don't want to get hit by a counter from this maniac if I'm digging downstairs, even though he doesn't like it downstairs. Look, 10-1 is crazy to me.
To me,
What
that's
do
crazy.
they
I
know
thought
that
it'd be.
we don't?
I don't know.
Really, I don't know how you could fucking not throw something there. Is there an over under? That's the other thing. I think you said no, not yet.
Not yet. Ugh.
That's
Not that I'm
whack.
finding.
I'll tell you
But-
why. They're gonna see where the money comes in, right?
Yeah.
I bet you those odds will change as we get closer to fight time. There'll be some money coming in.
If it's that ridiculous to start, it's gonna move, B, but it's still gonna be offensive.
It's
It
going to
might
be
get down to
offensive, but what I'm saying
700.
is we might get an over under at that point.
No, we're
And I'm
absolutely.
going to go ahead and say the over under will be like 8.5, something like
I'm
that.
gonna say 8.5. I don't think that's wild, B. So I'm seeing things other than I'm seeing 8.5.
You're seeing that?
Yep. Round total. The over under is set around 8.5, with the over slightly favored on some books.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
So he's minus 1100. So he's 11-1. And Akmad is plus 620. That's no respect. I mean, look, when here's the question. There are historical, generational, all-time great punchers where they were such good punchers, fighting someone where the chin didn't even mean anything.
yeah,
Is Inoue that?
I think so. Yeah, he beats shit out of everybody. And it's not necessarily on the chin. He's going to grind you down. He's going to beat you up so bad all over the place that you eventually quit or go down. It's accumulation a lot with him, and it's thudding hard shots to oftentimes, right on the body, on the arms, on the hips. This is the stuff that eventually breaks you down, and you start to drop your hands to block those shots. Then he goes up top. That right hand, sometimes he throws it twice. It's two right crosses he throws in a row. Sometimes three. It's deadly. It's a deadly shot. Put you out with that shot.
Is this the best fighter he's ever been in there with?
No.
Cool Boy Steph is better.
And Nonito Donaire is better.
The Nonito Donaire that he fought, or the prime Nonito Donaire?
Oh, I thought you just meant like the best fighters he's fought.
I mean, MJ's in his prime. There's that wonky, weird loss.
to Marlon Tapales, who Inoue then fought in lieu of
MJ and packed up.
Akhmadaliev.
Yes, and packed them up.
Yeah.
Marlon Tapales is good. What happens here, Brendan?
Inoue stops him midway through the 7th, taking the under.
MJ has some success. He drops Inoue in maybe the 4th.
Saying Inoue goes down again?
Yes. In the 9th or 10th, Naoya Inoue packs up Murodjon Akhmadaliev for his best win, solidifying him as our 1A. You know, we have it number 2, but
I don't think he's going to take as many risks in this fight, Inoue. So I don't think we're going to see him get knocked down. But I'll owe you a beer if he does.
Ben, that's a nice little prop bet. Inoue to get knocked down. That's where we can take this.
Akhmadaliev's better and hits harder than the 2 guys that have knocked him down in his last 4 fights.
Okay. I think he's gonna
We talked
be more
about
defensive minded.
We talked about what all that means, and we can do a whole episode on it. We're not going to do it now, B. We talked about it though. That is this being chinny? We were like, no, he fucking gets up and kills the person afterwards. You know, like like a younger Tito, not the one that did get stopped later, but you know, by Bernard.
Yeah.
That they're usually flash knockdowns, just a nice, good, clean shot like that. Was it Linares that put Loma down and he laughed, but it was just a perfect, good, quick shot. Boop.
Yeah, put him right on his ass.
Put him right on his, and he popped, got right up. It was perfect little shot.
Punching the canvas.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Saturday afternoon, guys. The Zone, Windsor Park, Belfast Island. Lewis Crocker and Patty.
Oh, yeah, the rematch, right?
Yes, this is for the IBF welterweight title. There's going to be 20,000 fans at Windsor Park in Belfast. Look, I think
they're going to be screaming in Belfast.
Going to beat the shit down Crocker's leg.
Crocker shit.
I don't know how these fucking guys are in line for the IBF welter title.
Crocker shite.
This guy's the winner of this is
shite.
Have a fuck right.
That's a shite. It's a proper shite decision.
Lewis Crocker or Patty Donovan is going to have a fucking real welterweight belt after Saturday, unless it's a draw. I think Patty Donovan fucking smashes this dude and stops him. Is there anything here, Billy?
Patty minus 600.
6-1. Is there an over under yet?
I
don't see one.
I got to avenge my DQ. That's for my family.
He's going to dog walk him.
I'm going to bait the shite out of him. All right. Turn into that, guys.
Brendan,
got boxing all day, all night.
Yeah.
I think Patty's going to avenge his lone loss to Crocker, and he's going to turn him into a fucking bunch of crumbs. Just Crocker.
You know that?
I think he's gonna beat his fucking ass in. I think he's gonna. It's bad. I think it's gonna be bad intentions, Vincenz.
What I need here from Bill Yuns is an over under because that's really
Billy. What do you have?
I don't know what he said. He doesn't have it yet. I don't know what it is, and I'm calling an under before I even know what it is.
Bill, do you have odds on anything?
No,
you're a betting guru.
He's useless as tits on a bull.
Tell these apps to give me my shit early, or let's start doing the podcast later in the week.
What are you doing?
No, what's he on?
I'm producing over here, and I'm telling you, stop fucking with me.
Wow, that's your producer notes.
He's like, I am a grown up boy now.
Yeah.
Stop. That's what he did the other day for his birthday. He said, when he blew out the candles, he says, I wish I could stand up to Vinnie and Brendan.
Sure. Now he's doing it.
I quit.
Right. This Lewis Crocker is getting packed up.
Oh, he's gonna get packed up.
I love the under. I love it. He's gonna get smashed.
I'm gonna bet 100 quid on it.
Can Patty Donovan function at a world-class level and fight anyone at 47
It
once he
doesn't
gets
matter.
there.
He's gonna win over Emerald Isle. Okay.
Saturday, Netflix, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. Let's go. Ivan Ditchko, 15-0, 14 KOs, hits like a mule versus Jermaine Franklin,
Sounds like an
23 and
80s
2.
wrestler.
Yeah.
Ivan Ditchko.
23 and 2, 15 KOs, never been stopped. He took Dillian White and AJ
And
the
AJ.
distance. So this guy gives you, he can box a little if he's in shape. He can win rounds if he's in shape. Jermaine Crawford's a very serviceable guy.
Franklin.
Ditchko, Jermaine Franklin hits hard. This Ditchko, he hits hard. I don't know if it's real or not because he's been in there with tomato cans.
Yeah,
Is there
where'd this
anything
guy
there?
come from, Ditchko? Did I miss the memo on this guy?
Yeah, he's like they moved him over
35.
there. They stacked him up. He's L'd, so they're trying to now go. Okay, now let's see if we can get a run out of him. And if he beats Franklin, then we're moving him real quick. And if he doesn't, pack him up and send him back. Anything there, Billy?
It's basically pick 'em.
Wow. Jermaine Franklin can fight.
Pick him.
So well done. Sergey Boachuk, 26 and 2, 24 KOs versus Brandon Adams.
I love this fight.
4. Me too.
Rematch.
16 KOs, guys. This is a rematch. Brandon Adams, who has serviceable power but not destructive power, stopped Boachuk the only time I've ever seen him rocked, and he just got clipped. He was winning that fight on my card pretty handily. Brandon Adams is a spoiler type guy. He can fight. He's good. A little bit of a deceptive record, but he's good. Billy, I'm dying to hear the odds on Sergey Boachuk, Brandon Adams. I do love this fight. I love that Boachuk wants this fight.
Yeah.
And wants his lick back. I don't think. Look, who did Boachuk lose? Was his loss to Virgil? Well, I keep mixing these guys up.
Him and Medrimov?
Yeah. And who
he knocked Virgil down. That's the
right.
one.
And I thought Sergey Boachuk won that fight.
Correct.
Right. I see. Okay, B. I'm going strictly based on how I see him move. If he's taking this fight as opposed to other ones like Boots being there,
yeah,
he wants his lick back to the point where he wants to kill this motherfucker. I think he beats the shit out of a very good Brandon Adams.
Coming off of a loss and a tough fight to
I think he beats the shit.
Guy?
Yes. I think he beats the shit out of him. I'd love to see this over under. What's the line?
That's a ruckus.
Minus 500 for Boachuk.
No over under?
Nope.
I'm picking Boachuk when we get into specifics. I think he stops him. I think he stops him in 7 or 8.
Okay, Apollo Thompson TKO'd him.
Yeah, I'll tell you though. Do you remember that? Other than that, he's got a chin, and that was weird.
Yeah,
that was in that weird
tournament.
Yeah, that tournament. I was gonna say round robin. My bad.
All right.
He's got a chin, so it's not because of that. I think Boachuk's dialed in. He wants his lick back. I thought he beat Virgil Ortiz. He dropped Ortiz, who's got a granite chin, which means Boachuk's power is sort of slept on because of his last couple fights that haven't been these brutal knockouts. I think he stops him in 7 or 8. Brendan, your pick.
All right. Adams was stopped by who? He was stopped. Apollo Thompson TKO'd.
Yeah, nobody else in his 5 losses.
Thompson was down in round 1. Adams down in 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Boachuk, it's going the distance, but it's going to be wide. You're going to see a difference in class.
Okay.
Boachuk, 9-3.
Okay.
Goes to the cards.
Okay. See, Billy, who do you listen to on game day? The Pazzini or this asshole?
The history of this, the entire history of this podcast, I've never taken a Brendan bet.
I don't know why.
That's true. Brandon got hot the last time you said that, and I knew I was going to get him hot right now.
I think it's a matter of
principle or the
principle at this point.
No, I think it's proximity. You're like, oh, we're from Philly.
No,
the fucking lower turnpike boys over there.
Christian and Billy, 29-0,
This
24
is
KOs.
this is the fight of the card right here.
Lester Martinez, 19-0, 16 KOs, 168 WBC interim. I'll tell you what this is for me.
You tell me.
Which of these motherfuckers is the real deal and which of them isn't? Both similarly feeding and destroying similar comp. I think I could be wrong. I think Lester Martinez is from Guatemala. Like
Guatemalteco.
there's no fighting scene there. He's been feeding on lesser competition, but he can fight. And Billy, to me, is a destroyer, and I haven't seen him taken by anyone into what happens when there's resistance.
Right. He had 24 KOs in 29 fights.
I just think there's two things happen here. And Billy packs him up. If this goes past a certain time, Lester Martinez wins.
That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick another. Don't take this bet, Bill, because I don't want to be responsible. It's just a controversial pick. I'm saying Lester Martinez takes the upset special, derails Christian and Billy tries too hard to go for the knockout, punches himself out. Lester Martinez, higher activity in the second half of the fight, walks away with the judge's decision.
I like to know the line or the odds, Billy, or both.
I don't have the over-under. Again, not a lot of these are out at all. But and Billy is minus 185, Lester plus 145, so it's close.
That's as close to a pick'em as you can get without being a pick'em.
If you go to Lester Martinez's box rec, he looks like he's on. He belongs on the cover of a romance novel.
First off, he has a rat tail. I'm already in on you.
He 100% looks like he's in. Remember those movies from the 80s, like Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, like all the fantasy movies that came out?
Of course, yeah.
Doesn't he look like
the hunk in them?
Yeah, like what you never see that actor ever again.
Yep.
And yes, that's what Lester Martinez looks like.
He looks like the dark-skinned hunk that saves the day in our era's fantasy films.
Yeah.
Like, right. That's the guy from fucking Never-Ending Story.
I was just gonna say the fucking Never-Ending Story. You mother.
Yeah. Lester Martinez.
Legend. He's in Legend.
Lester Martinez.
Billy doesn't know those movies. Too young.
Wins an 8-4 fight fairly convincingly over a destructive puncher, but very limited Christian and Billy.
I can't disagree. That's how I'm seeing it.
If we're just fucking totally wrong here, we're gonna have to eat crow because we see it the same way. And I've said, is this guy the goods? Because he's packing people up on these Montreal cards, but no one is giving him any resistance. And if Martinez has a chin or is in Billy, I know I always reference him. I don't know why, because it seems like a negative thing when he was one of my favorite fighters. Is he a Popo Freitas, where as the comp goes up, you go, oh, his power wasn't as real as I thought it was. He was just, they just had brilliant matchmaking. B thinks Billy Martinez could steal the weekend. This is a possibility as well. Callum Walsh, Fernando Vargas Jr. Callum Walsh is 14-0, 11 KOs. Vargas Jr., I don't know if he goes by El Feroz, 17-0, 15 knockouts. Ferocito. Look, man, this is two guys like the previous fight where we don't know how good either one of them is until they fight a fight like this.
Right.
I think Emiliano Vargas is the star of the clan.
Correct. I think we've said that on the show. Sure.
That we believe so. They're all being hyped and they're all being packaged really well.
He's clearly the best one. Like this one's 28 already.
I think this one is the most. First off, I know factually that he walks around way heavier than he should and blows up way heavier than he should. He fights at 54. I'm talking like 190.
Okay. It's a big boy.
That's a big boy, man.
Big boy.
Look, it seems like I'm quick to jump on the American bandwagon of I gotta wait and see about this UK guy. I gotta wait and see about this UK guy. Not with Callum Walsh. I think he's
No.
the real deal.
Okay.
Is there a line here? Billy Betts, Bill Yuns, Callum Walsh, Fernando Vargas Jr. This
By
has
the way,
gotta be close. This has gotta be.
It-
Minus 295 for Callum Walsh.
So he's a 3
Not
to
big.
1. He's 3 to 1. I think skills wise he should be. I don't know why Vegas thinks it.
okay, so Callum Walsh is the guy who always fights on UFC Fight Pass.
Correct.
Did we mention that?
We just have all the time because we go, oh, now we got to fucking figure out how to watch this kid, and
Yeah.
I have to watch him other means. But I've been watching him since about.
So now this will be like when we can see him on a regular
this
card.
kid's fucking good, man.
He's an Irishman too.
I think it's fun as shit. I think it's a war where Callum Walsh is getting the better of it, but it's still they're slinging the dogs. That can happen,
Yeah.
And Fernando Vargas Sr. El Feroz stops it in 9 or 10. You had enough.
Wow.
You had enough.
Hmm.
Because Callum Smith starts pulling away. They're slinging. They're doing some trading, B. Vargas is doing some good stuff, but Callum Walsh's levels start to.
Yeah, he hits harder. Again,
he hits harder and it's realer, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because Vargas knocks people out, but we're saying, guys, what Brendan means is he sees that the power is more real and not due to matchmaking. Meaning, oh shit, when this guy hits something, these guys react different. That's what he means by that. Because if you just go by records, you go, well, what are you guys talking about? Vargas is 17-0 with 15 KOs. He's got bombs in his hands. Look at competition, matchmaking, how these guys are reacting to shots, how they're being won.
Yeah, man, you guys got to look at these guys' records. Okay, so one of the guys that Vargas knocked out, Wilfredo Buelvas, he's been knocked out 18 times. He's 24-22. And that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
I laughed because that's insane, not because that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Someone's even sanctioning you when that's happening.
A guy who beat Brad Salmon's been knocked out 4 times. Juan Carlos.
There's still no over-under, Billy, as we're getting closer to the main event.
Which fight?
Callum Walsh.
Well, are you listening to the show?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Which fight?
Which fight?
No to both questions.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff. What is your prediction for this? A lot of this stuff is on our predictions, Billy, is going to be over under stuff because when you
come on, Bill,
start getting into lines like that, we don't want you,
getting into lines like that. It's going to be a late Saturday night.
Into lines like that.
Saturday night's going to be fun.
I got a long day on Saturday. I'd like to get into some lines. I got
anyone that finds out where the Inoue stuff is playing.
Yeah, please
write us on Twitter or Instagram, please.
I got Walsh. Walsh by decision, but it's a clear decision.
That's safer.
Yeah,
I can see Nando thinking his son's getting dog walk.
I like your you told the story with that prediction, and I like that.
Look, fortune favors the bold. I don't like that. I'm not going to use the word balloons up in between fights because I've never seen Fernando Vargas Jr. look fat, but I've seen he's a big kid.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And, walking around that much and cutting weight and the weight cuts. And I just think Callum Walsh is a gym rat. I think he's the real deal. Like we said, there's a good card. There's another.
So
good
was
fight.
He promoted by? So he's on UFC Fight Pass, but was he promoted by Top Rank?
I'm trying to remember when you said that. that prior to those last 2-3 fights where we were watching him, and I'm visualizing in my head where we saw him. And I want to say it's DAZN, which would lead me to go, so Warren or Eddie had him for a minute and then he left. I can't remember, B. I wish I could. Saul Canelo Alvarez, 63 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, 39 knockouts versus Terrence Bud Crawford. 41-0, 31 knockouts, super middleweight, undisputed.
Walsh is promoted by Tom Loeffler.
Okay. Is this the biggest event in 10 years? Is it the biggest event since Pacquiao Mayweather, or do we go the Fury and Wilder trilogies were bigger than that?
Fury and Wilder was bigger.
Okay. So, and all right, guys.
Yeah, they're heavyweights. Worldwide, yeah.
That's a good call. Worldwide, yeah. Yeah. Here, this is bigger. North America, this is bigger.
Okay.
Look, guys, both top 10 pound for pound guys. Both already Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah.
Which because Bud and Spence were both pound for pound during that, but I didn't think and don't think Errol Spence is a Hall of Famer. But if you think Danny's getting in, then Spence is definitely getting in. Anyway, so both active, both absolutely are getting into the Hall of Fame. Both are active, both are actively in the top 10 pound for pound. The low hanging fruit to dangle here that's right in front of our eyes is that Bud was at 154.
Yep.
Madrimov tested him. I'm not gonna, Bud won.
Yeah.
Canelo's the natural. We would call him the natural 168 there. Yeah. 68's natural to him, I'd say. So,
Sure.
Look, size gap is real. Canelo rehydrates heavy, usually over 180.
You see the picture of Crawford?
Yeah.
So I got some stuff to say about that.
I do too. Look, Bud's been sparring bigger guys forever. I understand it's different.
Sure.
I don't know what Billy's about to say. I saw Canelo early was minus 250. Look, I'm not saying that he does. I don't know if Bud's, we talk about the dog in Bud so often on this show, don't we? Will the dog in him make him trade? Because that's not good. God, that plays right into Canelo's hands. Look, Canelo's never been dropped. Look, between them, 765 pro rounds. Nobody's been dropped.
No, that the one fight with
the Mean Machine was like waved off. And
waved
what about
off,
the Gamboa? Was there a knockdown in that?
No,
he just knocked down.
Just wobbled him.
He was hurt. Bud needs to use his feet to neutralize the size edge, lateral movement, circle constantly, cut angles, make Canelo chase shadows the way School did, but throw punches. Not School just, that's what I mean by chasing shadows, but with nothing coming back, it doesn't matter. With School. Don't let him set his feet for those big counters. I want him to feint a ton to disrupt Canelo's rhythm because he hates unpredictability.
Right.
Canelo. If you look at people, it's like, what are his losses? Okay, Floyd and Bevo, they both did that. And then I thought Lara beat him, and I thought G beat him in one of the fights, in the first one.
You thought Lara beat him. I had Canelo eking that one out.
Yeah.
I thought G beat him in the first fight. Second fight, I had a draw.
Same here.
Third fight, I had
clear
Canelo.
loss. Yep.
Okay.
Same way I had
Here's what I'm a little concerned about. What you're calling for, right? Lateral movement, being the smaller guy, making him miss. He's packed on a ton of muscle and weight, right?
He has.
Crawford, I mean, guys.
He has.
You've seen the picture. So I think it's a mistake. I've been waiting all week to say it. I think it's a
Okay.
mistake. I think when these guys bulk up, it changes.
Well, Brendo, let me ask you a question
You could ask me a lot of questions.
before you say what you're about to say. Do we know, or do you have an educated guess where Bud's going to come in at? Do we think he's going to come in a little light? And would you have liked him to? Like,
I
he
think,
looks jacked, right? We both agree
yeah,
with it. He looks big as shit. Bud's a big kid. But would you have liked him to come in like 163, like do a Floyd, do a Roy Jones,
I don't
Don
think it's a
Luis?
great idea to like, your body needs time to acclimate,
Agreed.
and your brain needs time to acclimate to your new body. I don't think he's going to give himself enough time, and I was not happy to see that. I don't think it'll be beneficial to him. Maybe it will in the clinches, and that's what he's banking on. I need to be strong inside. I plan on fighting inside, because if he was going to plan on fighting outside, he wouldn't bulk up like that. Work on being slick.
I mean, I'm thinking, see, you saying what you're saying, he does look big as shit. No diddy.
Yeah, unless the shit is
My
like
brain is
AI
saying,
and
I'm thinking, right. My brain is thinking Ray Leonard Hagler for Bud, but that's out the window if he looks as big comparatively to himself.
right.
You know what I mean? Like my thing from Rip, we haven't discussed this on air, but if I'm Bomac, I'm like, bro, we're going in 162, 163,
I agree
164.
with you.
But so we've never discussed that.
Let's not cut weight. We'll just get in great shape and
Great
get
shape, but
sparring.
what we are. Roy Jones,
Right. I don't think
John
bulking up.
Ruiz.
Yeah, I don't think bulking up is going to help him.
I agree with you, and it won't help him to do all the things I'm calling for. I just can't say how much it's been both because Bud's just been a tall, lean guy at the other weights, and now he's not.
Well,
He's
yeah, I
been a
mean at the
tall,
lower weights, yeah, because at welterweight he's only 5'8".
yeah, no, but I'm saying at 35, he looked like
Yeah,
a tall, lean. He looked like
right,
Earns at 35. You know what
right.
I mean?
Hmm.
I think his instincts, and we call them intangibles, like his adaptability. I think that stuff gives him edges, in turning
Yep.
disadvantages around, like the size. Um, Look, if he stays disciplined, man, I think he can frustrate Canelo into overcommitting and start piling up on points, sharp combos, get out of there. But I'm worried about this shit you're talking about. If I'm Bud,
Yeah, but
not if,
he's not training to get out of there. That's my point. He's not
but
gaining all that weight to get out of there. And listen, he's a strong guy. He's probably stronger than Canelo. We've seen him deadlift
we
weight.
talked about the deadlifting,
Yeah,
talked about him being like a fucking real gun at wrestling, like in
right,
high school or all throughout
right. So all
school.
the leverage and stuff is what he's looks like what he's gaining for. Like, those big muscles aren't going to make you punch harder. Not at
No,
this.
no, not at
Maybe
all.
again, and maybe if you gradually built to this, this strength, the conditioning. To me, he looks like a guy who just worked out a lot recently. You know what I mean? Which is what he is.
If that's what's happening, then I think it's all you say, oh, this guy's all wrong for this guy. I think that's all wrong. If he comes in at 163, it'll be
I like
Thursday,
that.
Brendo, or the weigh in will be Thursday or Friday? Friday, right?
Friday.
So the
I like that.
ceremonial thing. If I see 163, then everything I'm saying, I'm sticking to it. If he's the same size as Canelo,
Right.
then I'm worried that he can't do any of these things. Bro, I'm saying this now. He tries to sling the dogs. Forget everything I'm saying and forget
Right.
I'm going to have, and obviously we're building up crescendo here to our predictions. My prediction's thrown out the fucking window if he thinks he's going to sling the dogs.
Well, I mean, if someone goes against what is an obvious good strategy and gets packed up, in terms of predicting things, I don't think you should knock yourself for that or get mad at it. Someone decided to throw the playbook out the window,
Yeah,
which
but
the playbook
don't we hold him in higher regard than to do that?
Yeah. I'm just saying you're saying my predictions out the window,
Right,
meaning you, and I'm
right.
saying like don't sweat it if he goes in there and like, all right, I'm gonna go bang with this dude.
All right,
You
B,
know,
but all right, but check it. Before we get to predictions, we've seen how calm he is. We've seen that he's a killer. there's no scenario where you can hurt a dude with like. Is Canelo now at this point heading towards retirement? Top 5 best chins ever of like champions. I know there's some obscure dudes we could think of, like
Gets hit with a sledgehammer for fun in the village
yeah,
square.
exactly. Like I think like one of the illest chins ever is David Tua. Do I put him on the list because he was never a champion? That's a whole episode. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was definitely a very good heavyweight. So when people talk chins, but there's just these all-time chins.
No, I'm saying we could talk like Battling Smith of like St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, some schmohawk on Tuesday Night Fights at the Blue Horizon.
No, like we used to drive a Clydesdale into his chin and it couldn't knock him down.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Hagler is where I'm thinking of. I think Canelo's got like a Hagler chin. I think Golovkin's got like a Hagler chin.
Yeah, they can both take a fucking.
It's not. There's nothing that a blown up welt is throwing at this guy that can even do nothing to him.
I don't think so. That's why I think it was pointless unless they're going to try to fight inside with Canelo and score points that way. Why else would you bulk up like that? It's not to run.
I'm playing devil's advocate and saying what you're calling bulking up. Does it just look like that comparatively to himself?
No, he's jacked.
I'm not. He is jacked, but
he did one of those competitions I saw, like where they
the Vince McMahon. Remember when Vince had the other federation, the World Bodybuilding Federation, WBF?
Yeah.
If he comes in at 163 or 4 or even 165,
you're happy.
Are you saying, oh, he didn't bulk up as much as I thought?
Yes, I am. If he comes in at the limit, I'm saying there's a problem here. And
I am too. If he's a 168, bro, or what, 167 and a half, I'm like, fuck.
And if he's screaming gains, bro, on the fucking the scale,
right?
Yeah,
he's a lost. He takes off an affliction shirt to weigh in.
He's got an.
I don't like if Bud comes in at 165. I'm fucking as a Bud fan, and in accordance to what my prediction's about to be, I'm going to be happy with that. If he's 167 and a half, I'm gonna go, fuck, this maniac's gonna try to sling them dogs.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the former. You're saying he's gonna come in lighter.
I'm saying that's what we think.
I'm hoping the angle on that picture that was circling social media is just like shadows and lighting. I hope he's not that big.
A little bit of Photoshop,
Yeah. All right. Are we into predictions?
Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Okay.
Well, Billy, are there lines?
Yeah. Canelo minus 180.
So I heard minus 250. It's already moved. Okay. So that's what and what's Bud? Plus what?
And is it 10.5?
It is 10.5.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a little weird to me that they don't think Canelo can get this guy out of here. That's
out of there. Right. I think that is respect for Bud.
And I think it's sort of an analysis of every fight since John Ryder for Canelo. He's just not
that his power isn't lethal there at 68. Does it have to be?
Okay, prediction. First 3 rounds this could be an awful fight, by the way. Just letting you guys know. One guy, they're 38.
A professional fighter wrote me this past Saturday and said, Paz, this is going to be a stinker. I mean, a name that, like, if I'm going
to say they're circling pawing for the first 2.5, 3 rounds. We'll get despicable CompuBox numbers. Like they threw a bead of sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like in that round, they Can
I chime in on this? That favors Terrence Bud Crawford if this is a stinker, in my opinion.
In Mexico?
Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas. Sorry.
No, Vegas. No, sorry. I know what you mean. It's a fucking West Coast. It's West Coast.
All right. Here's the prediction.
Do we know what Allegiant the cap is there? But you want to get? Can you look that up, Billy? About B's give our predictions. Allegiant is that where the Cowboy? Who plays there? The Raiders. All right, on the frozen tundra.
On the frozen tundra of
Sound John Fields.
65,000.
Terrence Crawford. I'm not confident about this anymore. Terrence Crawford pulls a rabbit out of his hat, outboxes the great Canelo. Canelo shows moments in the middle. Terrence weathers the storm. His conditioning carries him through. Terrence stinks the first half of the fight. Middle rounds go to Canelo, but it's more exciting. Crawford takes the last 2 rounds to secure the 7-5 victory.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Whoa!
So it's a 115, 113 win.
115,
for Terrence Bud Crawford.
razor thin.
Yeah, wow.
Terrence Bud Crawford beats Saul Canelo Alvarez
2 times.
in a more convincing and beautiful fashion than both Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol in the performance of his career. Canelo can never get off in a 9-3, 117, 111 card. One of the judges gives it to Canelo.
Oh.
So you hear split decision and go, motherfucker. Someone has it 113, 115 or something for Canelo in a fight that Bud clearly won, and stamps himself as an all-time great. And then you just really, we're talking about what, unless he says the words, I'm retiring, we're talking about what does he do from here? Does he go back down?
I think he's going to retire.
On the mic with the promo?
No.
Or leave
No.
the ring?
I
and
don't
then
think that's
say
his
that-
style to.
No, it's not that.
You know what? It might be. Maybe. All right. That's it. Those are the predictions. Bill, do you, for the biggest fight
Bill
of,
Youngs, biggest
do
fight
you have
since biggest
do you have
fight since the show's been on the air.
right? Do you have a prediction?
You've
Gentlemen.
seen them both. You've seen them both. It's not like you're foreign to them.
Never been a Canelo fan. Bud takes the win.
Wow.
Wow, 3
Wow.
out
The
of
3 of
3.
us.
Listen, the credibility of this show rides on Terrence Crawford outboxing the great Canelo Alvarez. If we
Make them miss, make them pay. Overcommit. Bop, bop, out of there. Bop, bop, out of there. B saying he bulked up too much to do that, and he's going to try to do work from the inside. Can he beat him that way? All of these, this is how we're leaving y'all with questions after the predictions. Does Bud come in at 165? Being I would like to see that. If he comes in at 167 3/4, Maron. Does he sit in the pocket? That's fucking bad news, but he thinks he might because of his strength, that they know it's natural strength. He's strong as shit, and Bud is. Can his before we go and give our plugs,
listen,
Brendan,
hang on.
can Bud take a clean 1-2 right up the middle from Canelo Alvarez on the button?
We're going to find out. I don't know. I know one thing, that Canelo doesn't seem to have the killer instinct anymore. He doesn't want to put guys away anymore. And what happens is then he gets tired, and when he decides he wants to put him away again late, he can't. He looked terrible.
I think you got to throw that away for this
fight. Okay.
And yet, by the way, you're not wrong. You're absolutely 1,000,000% correct.
I don't want to see Canelo give him, if he hurts him, give him a window to recover, and vice versa. And I know there's one guy in the opposing corner that won't get, if he hurts Canelo, he's trying to put him 6 feet under.
Is there any chance in the fucking world that Bud lands some shit and Canelo's wobbled?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Wobbled maybe. Not
enough for you to jump up off the couch.
No. I think this might be a stinker. I agree.
I said a former champion hit me Saturday.
Well,
and said,
all right,
don't be surprised if this is the shits. I said, come on, man.
Where are you guys watching?
I'm going to be at the crib because the daytime fight into the nighttime fight, I might get some beats, maybe a Stromboli, a little Bono.
You like the little Stromboli, huh?
I don't. I was just thinking of shit to say.
Oh,
funny. I don't love a Stromboli. I do like a nice because I don't like the gravy.
in a Stromboli.
Right.
It's always
I like
kind of
a
like
calzone.
paste, right?
I like a calzone. No, great.
I love a
No
calzone.
gravitas.
You got to get pepperoni bread if you don't like the.
I don't eat swine, my
I
brother.
know. Well, come on. That's what you got to
I
get.
know. Well, come on.
You can get faux pepperoni in it.
No, you get turkey pep.
Turkey pep's pretty good.
It is. Excellent.
All right. You ready? Sign off?
Sure.
All right. You can find me at the Killer B24 on Twitter, at I_no_that_kid on IG. Find us at KEOTB Boxing on IG. Write us at KEOTBboxing@gmail.com. Find us at KEOTB Podcast on YouTube. And remember to run those numbers up. You can watch the 3 of our beautiful mugs talking boxing on YouTube. This Faccia Bella. Vincenzo, tell us where they can find you.
New joint out now, Perfect Enemy video. Go to YouTube, run that up. Perfect Enemy. The new project I got going on, working on new music. New record is out, God Sent Vengeance. But the song, it would drop an unreleased song of the month that you never heard before. The project's called Hidden Temple. After 12 months of getting these exclusive things, we're pressing it up on white label. I'll sign it, and you'll get it delivered right to your crib. Go over to jmtstore.com. Look up Hidden Temple. The sneakers are coming. It's coming really soon.
I got to get a pair of them shits.
Yeah, man. jmtstore.com. Knock them out the box shirts. jmtstore.com. You are going to hear the clip of me talking about this Canelo Bud Crawford pick that I made like almost a year ago or whenever they made the fight. If I am correct with how I called it, the clip has been clipped and it's on it's on
deck.
It's on deck because I was the first one to talk that shit ages ago. If not, that thing's going in a trash can somewhere and then being set on fire to be going forever. jmtstore.com. Check it out, guys. I'm at BoxCutterPazzi on IG, at Vinny_Paz on Twitter, jmtstore.com. Enjoy the fights the whole weekend, guys. Everything starts on Thursday.
Stay safe.
Then we got Inoue and MJ. If we can find it, let us know where it's playing.
Yeah,
shoot us. I heard the zone's trying to secure something last minute, but we don't know. And then you got Thursday night, Saturday night, and then into Sunday. If you're drinking out there, just take an Uber, make it easier on everyone. Billy Betts, where can they find you?
At Billy_Bindlesticks, and we'll be out and about this weekend. Well, yeah, we'll be posting, but depends where I'm at.
Right. Yeah, with a kids party this weekend.
If I do not have a kids party this weekend. I'm trying to have an
adult party, a grown-up party.
I'm trying to get out there this weekend.
Whoa.
Enjoy the fight, y'all. Hopefully it's a great one. If it's a stinker, it is what it is.
That is what it is.
Say goodnight, Billy.
Good night, Billy.